You'd probably think, as someone who likes the new Super Mario Bros. Series, would probably have a hard time ranking it, but that's true. But I had to do something. Okay, fine. Yeah, but seriously, the way other people have done this before, it's obviously their opinion, and everyone has their opinions, okay? And my choice is, I know what my favorite new Super Mario Bros. Game is, by the way. Of course I do. But my least favorite one is like probably the hardest choice to make. But I had to put something. So, like, subscribe, and trying in the comments, and no arguing about and trying to get it to change the ranking or anything. Because I do not do that stuff. But don't you dare even. And also, yeah, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe, of course. Because I am only back at this thing. I probably should have done this a lot. Yeah, and anyway, I think it's time to do it. Okay, this might be very controversial, as this was actually a game that was not too popular when it got released, when it first got released, but with some tweaks and re-release, New Super Mario Bros. U, or you like to see it says which console it's on. The Wii U version was not that popular because of the Wii U failing, and I was on the Wii U a lot in the old days. And now I'm on the Nintendo Switch. I need to rank all these 2D Mario games, apart from the new Super Mario Bros. Games. Like and subscribe if you want to see that. As it might make my job a lot easier. I was unsure what to pick, and I realized that this reason alone could just put this back. So it introduced a brand new original idea. Sure, it did that. But it failed so badly, and it's kind of similar to another game. And it didn't really because it's like nearly the most recent, and it didn't add anything new. You could say. It didn't really add anything new. Yeah, sorry about silent, yeah. Sorry if I keep going quiet. By the way. Yeah. But I was just unsure. I don't hate the game, okay? I just needed something to put, and I thought, why not? And besides, this got re-released, didn't really have new characters, and the re-release had one thing that kind of ruined it, removing the boost mode. Which I enjoyed, because they could have made it work. How come in 3D World they added a cursor? Maybe they could have done that here. Who knows? Who knows what they should have done? Anyway, I still like the game. Don't worry. I still like the game, but it just needed something. And I feel like, why not to do this one, because of some reasons. Okay, this one might be a little less controversial of a pick, because I have this. I play this game every time, but it has that place in my heart that doesn't want me to make it the worst. I have this place in my heart that did not want to make it the worst, but there was just, but I had it, because unlike this one, it just, even though New Super Mario Bros. U had a connected world map, that wouldn't do much, as it's reused something for another game. But this was the first game in the series here. Yeah, and also this is with the New Super Mario Bros. DS for the Nintendo DS, 2DS, 3DS, and Wii U. Okay, yeah. It has I like the original different themes. I like what they did. I like the mini games. I like the power-ups. I like basically a lot, but there's actually a reason for it being so low. Being this low, it's because the bosses and stuff are just too easy. I find it way too easy because especially when I can use a Mega Mushroom to just carry them, or ground pound some bosses to make it only 2 hits to defeat it. But it's not that bad of a game. But this is very hard for me to rank. You can tell. You can tell how hard I found it. This game was probably the one I was more excited to play because I didn't get these at their release because the only game I actually got at its release was actually Super Mario Wonder. I got pretty close to its release, but just like maybe at the same time when I relaunched the channel. But anyway, we've got stuff. Don't worry about that. But any of these games were fun. Let's talk about New Super Luigi U. Deluxe. Yeah, you see it. I enjoyed this game a little more because it has the interconnected world map because it's the same world map in SMBU. I'm sorry. Yeah, I like New Super Luigi U, especially in Mario U because the levels are a lot shorter. I like the higher jump. I like playing as your own character, and I like playing as Nabbit. And I also was actually able to 100% this game. It reuses the things in New Super Mario U and makes them slightly better. It makes it slightly better for me to deal with. And it's nicer to rank because unlike New Super Mario Bros. Wii here, it has the same world map. It introduced the idea. But I had to put it there. I had to give it to that because the bosses are probably... I'm sure they have the same bosses because the bosses here are probably easier with the squirrel suit, especially some of the Koopalings are easier. But New Super Mario Bros. Yes had different bosses, but I know here they have the same bosses. And they're easy, but that's just a small con to the fact that the levels are more fun and challenging. Okay, this game was actually my first ever Mario game I ever played, and it's the runner-up because it's actually the first Mario game I ever played. I'm serious. I'm actually being serious when I say that. And I kind of enjoyed it. Because unlike the other games, it wasn't too hard. It wasn't too easy. It wasn't really too easy. But not too hard. And it also introduced a new power-up. The propeller suit. We're talking about New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and it's for the Nintendo Wii. It's the only system it's for. Well, maybe apart from the Wii U thing, but I would not count that. But that's because it's different, and not like virtual consoles. Anyway, I like this game. It's the first game I ever played. It was very fun. I like the 2D Mario series more than the 3D Mario series. A little more. That's not just I hate them. It returned Yoshi. The world map's good. Has the cannons. It has everything. And it's more polished than the DS version. I had some fun here. And I like the power-ups they included. I like the power-ups included. Like the penguin suit and stuff. So you might be saying though, I'm sure the ice flower was in New Super Mario Bros. U. What about the penguin suit? The penguin suit was also in New Super Mario Bros. U. Well, it was unlocked until the end of the game, which I felt like a waste. But the penguin suit's just unlocked in the third world, which I can go past. And this just being the first Mario game and having a special place in my heart, had to rise that up. that much. Had to make this the runner-up. Some of my reasons might not make sense, but don't worry, it's just, I don't know why. I like all these games, okay? And I had to challenge myself to rank them. Because, for example, this is basically similar. Like later, some years later, New Super Mario Bros. U came out. I come a bit later, but it was kind of reused. It had mostly everything reused apart from new levels. And a little bit of new music. In there, I don't hate the games. I like all the games, but I had a hard time ranking these, of course. I just picked this as the worst because there's nothing really new and original, and the blind squirrel suit is not better than the propeller suit offered in New Super Mario Wii. And it's not. And there's also the P-Icon, which is just way too overpowered and coward, which you think would be a good thing, right? And it also reuses the Super Guide. There were so many things reused here, and there was nothing really original. They should have even reskinned stuff here. But in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, where is it? Was a little better, because it was my first Mario game. I liked the music better. I liked the levels better. I liked the levels better. I liked the fact that you don't have to play a level before warping, because the levels are a little annoying that way. I also like the playability, because sometimes I don't really play it, but maybe I should just play the game, you know. But it was very hard to rank these games. But my number one choice is pretty obvious, so we'll go with that. And let's go back to New Super Mario Bros. U. It had a better DLC. But it wasn't really credited enough. Because of its Wii U thing because of the Wii U failed thing messed it up completely. Because of what happened, and the Wii U just being a little harder to deal with. And the Wii U not really having an autosave or me to just... The Switch version improved some of those things, but the Wii U version kind of spoiled this game a little. And not being able to pick your character, which I know you couldn't do that in New Super Mario Bros. Wii too, but to be honest, there were more pros outweighing the cons. There were multiplayer modes. Okay, fine, let's just move on. And now the best New Super Mario Bros. Game is New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 2DS and 3DS. This is probably my favorite Mario game, maybe. I don't know if I could say that or not. If I could call it my favorite game. I have fun with it a lot. I like the Tanuki suit a lot, actually, because I think it makes you work a lot more for the flight, and you can fly for longer, unlike the Acorn suit, which you can only glide for like a couple of seconds, or the propeller suit, where you can only be in the air for longer, but the propeller suit's probably a little overpowered. And you have to more work for your flight in the Tanuki suit. And it's coins. I like the coin accent because it added a nice power up with the golden flower, which I very enjoyed using because it 1KOs everything. And it's very fun. Very, very fun. And the final world is so fun. I can't stop. I really want to listen to that music now. And that's why New Super 2 is the best new Super Mario Bros. Game. Like, subscribe, and saying in the comments. But this video is probably very harder to make because I like these. So I guess I'll see you later. Like, subscribe, and saying in the comments. Yeah, bye.